folks, to another episode of Will Reviews. I'm your host, Will D, and today we have a special guest, a friend of mine. Introduce yourself for the people.
My name is Shaquana, and I'm here to show support. So. Excuse my nervousness. This is my first time ever on air like this.
It's great. I love teasing her about it. So today, we're going to do a little bit of what we normally do. I was going to start off with a little bit of sports. So, of course, I told you if they lost, I would wear the hat because it must be a cruel, cruel joke. But the Giants lost this week, so I'm wearing my Joker hat because he got me. Yeah, the Jets lost too, so at least I can relish in that.
See, I told you you're better than me with the sports. I have no idea. Like I said, I found out about the Giants. That's through social media. I would have known nothing about any of that if it wasn't for that. So thank God for some type of social media.
Okay. Well, I got a little something else. You know Derrick Rose?
Is he a basketball player?
I love that. Yes, he is.
See, right, okay.
So, the talk of the town right now is the fact that he's being brought up on rape charges from an incident that happened in 2013 in California.
Wow.
Now, the thing about it, though, is she didn't make any claims until 2015.
Right.
LAPD is, finally doing something about it now, but they said there's been an investigation for a while. They sent her a letter and everything. It's in the papers now. But her accusation is that him and two of his friends drugged her, raped her, whatever. I'm like, look, he's not Bill Cosby. Right. We already went through this with Kobe.
Right.
I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm saying it probably didn't happen.
My thing is, why wait so long? Why wait, 2 years later?
As they say, it's fear. Fear, denial, all these other mental excuses because it's traumatic and this and the third, but I just think...
I get it, but then I don't get it.
Homie said... gold digging. I kind of have to agree with him.
I agree with it too.
And
seriously,
till this day, they've yet to reveal her name. She's yet to put it out there. And now it's a civil suit, not a criminal suit. Okay. So that means she's just suing, and she wants money for what happened.
Money.
So it's a money thing.
Right.
And so the lawyers are trying to get her to reveal her name to the press because, if you keep talking to everybody about this and putting out your claims, this whatever, you got to tell everybody who the hell you are.
Right.
And I feel the fact that she's trying to hide who she is will probably be because this is all BS.
Right. I agree.
And people are going to hold her accountable for it. So...
honestly, personally, if as a woman, if, I was ever put in a situation like that, it wouldn't even be a money situation. It would be someone did a horrible crime to me, and I want this person to pay the prices for it, or his friends, whatever. It wouldn't be, I'm going to sue him.
Right.
I want his butt under the jail, A
little closer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want his butt under the jail. You know what I'm saying? Paying for what he's done to me. So I wouldn't even think about money. So you could tell where it's coming from with that completely.
Exactly. So we'll see how things turn out. I mean, granted, like I said, it could be a psychological thing that held her back. He could have did what he did. It may have been somewhat of a consensual incident or whatever, and then his friends hopped on. And you never know. You never know how these things go. We're talking about California, drugs, and a whole bunch of people with sex. This is just... You know what I'm saying? It could be a multitude of things, especially because it's in California, the polyamorous capital of the country. So, and the last bit of sports news is actually a bit of sad news. You ever had an Arnold Palmer?
No.
Half iced tea, half lemonade?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they named it after this man, Arnold Palmer, who's pretty much the legendary face of golf. Okay. And at the age of 84, he passed away this Sunday. So, my condolences to the family. In all honesty... it's very rare that you get someone who changes a sport to the degree where golf isn't the most exciting thing.
It's not.
But this man was charming. He was funny. He played the game well. Okay. And he's the reason why, to this day, people will actually televise the sport, around the country, around the world. He's the reason why people fought to bring it back to the Olympics. So it's a major loss for the sports world. Even if you're not a huge golf fan, you know who this man is.
Right.
And without him, for us, there'd be no Tiger. So...
right, exactly.
He set the way in a different way.
So definitely condolences to his family.
Right.
84?
84.
That's a blessing. It's never good for someone to pass. But to
live that long.
Right. To live that long, it's like, what was he eating? What was he drinking? I want that. For real.
Although I find in a lot of these cases, what they were drinking is usually what they shouldn't be drinking.
Oh, okay.
In this case, at least we know it was half iced tea and half lemonade.
Right, exactly.
All right. So we're going to go on a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about what's been going on in the news, some other things in pop culture, and we're going to talk about Magnificent Seven. So, Danny, can you hit us with some music, and we will be right back.
Hello, my name is Araya.
And I am Selena.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher.
And when I grow up, I want to be a nurse.
Did you know that individuals who drive while sending or reading text messages are 23% more likely to be involved in a car crash more than other drivers?
Also, a car crash is typical, happens within an average of 3 seconds after a driver is distracted.
The United States Department of Transportation notes that cell phones are involved in 1.6 million auto crashes in a year.
That causes 500,000 injuries and takes 6,000 lives.
On February 19, 2011, Ashley Jones Davis was killed in a horrific car accident. She was texting and driving when she left the center lane and drove head into a box truck. But she stopped short, writing in her final message, "I can't discuss this right now. Facebooking and driving is not safe." Because of this, a new law was made.
We have families that will miss us.
We also have futures.
There is no text that cannot wait until later.
So let's take this pledge and say no to texting and driving.
Together we can spread the word
and save a life. Don't text and drive.
You model.
And we're back. I hope that the mics caught that one. Damn. All right. So pretty much there's been a lot going on. One thing that caught my eye in the news recently, Katy Perry does a naked video on Twitter trying to encourage people to vote. Now,
wow.
I don't know if that's going to encourage some people to vote, but it's definitely going to get more people to like her Twitter.
Right, exactly. Her views are going to go up. But I don't. And vote for who? Who is she twerking for?
It doesn't matter. The whole idea, it doesn't matter who you vote for. It just matters that you vote. Well, Hillary wears the pantsuits.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe she stooped that low for that. I wouldn't even did that.
It's not really that low. I mean, it's kind of about time. Like, Katy Perry, dude, she's done everything but.
Right. But then that's like going a whole nother Miley Cyrus. You went from, Hannah Montana to twerking and doing all types of stuff. So like, Katy Perry, you should have stayed in that. To me personally,
her lane was always. I mean, her first song is "I Kissed a Girl." Her lane's always been to be like, I want to be the white Janet Jackson.
Yeah. So you feel like she's just now coming out is like too late for her, or she should have came out a long time ago?
What, with the titties?
Yeah, with the
I'm like, yeah, this should have been out in the video. I Kissed the Girl.
Right. Okay. Well, talking to a man, of course.
I mean, wasn't this the girl who was like married to Russell Brand for a while? I mean, his whole entire thing is like, I'm X-rated.
Right.
So where's the video? The only celebrity you would expect to have a sex tape, and he never had one.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'll give her props for holding her composure. So, I mean, hey, she probably just gave in and was like, I'm just going to do it. To vote, I still don't get that part. But, I mean, again,
the whole point
your
is to
views
make sure
went up.
that people will listen to you while you vote. Now, I don't know why getting naked. I mean, half the time someone's naked, my ears are off.
Because it's a visual.
Exactly. I'm not paying attention to anything else.
You could have like the squeakiest mouse voice, but they see titties and all that. That's what they see.
Look at that. I don't know. It's one way to go for a campaign. It's nothing worse than what the two candidates are actually doing to try and get votes. So,
are you voting?
I don't know. I might need to be convinced by that video a few more times.
Well, I don't know. I'm still indecisive about it.
About who to vote for?
Yeah, and I feel like if we don't vote, it's going to be rigged. If we do vote, it's going to be rigged. So it's like, what do you do?
Well, we're going to touch on the election in a few minutes.
Okay.
But since I was talking about new celebrities, I would like to think, I'm going to mess up his last name because it's something Eastern European, but Edward Merjetsky, I think it's something, or Merjix or something like that. This dude pled guilty to the release of the celebrity photos that got leaked off of the iCloud.
Oh,
so
right.
thanks to him, people got to see people like Jennifer Lawrence naked. So you are the real MVP.
So he pled guilty. So is he doing like
he admitted it. He's gonna get whatever sentence, I think, in the next week or so.
So he's doing jail time for that.
I'm not sure if it's gonna be jail time or if they're gonna hit him with you're on probation for this long, or because I mean the real criminal act isn't the release of the nudes, right? This is what I tell anybody who takes nudes. If you take nudes, it is now a digitized piece of information that will never go away. So that's on you. All right. If you're not comfortable with the world seeing it, don't do it in the first place. But where he messed up and really did the criminal offense was hack into iCloud, which is owned by Apple. So, if he does time, it's for that.
Right.
Not really I mean, people feel like, oh, you invaded my privacy and this and whatever. I'm like, look, you had the photos. You then uploaded it to a storage system held by other people. So don't think that he released your photos. Like, people already saw your joint that shouldn't have.
Listen, you got people across the world hacking into the daggone database of federal agents. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Democrats running the country.
Exactly. To tap into something like that is like, it was just a matter of time.
Exactly. I mean, look, Vanessa Hudgens went through this how many years ago? Through like an email to her boyfriend got intercepted.
Right.
I mean, an email to her boyfriend. Now, this is not even trying to store it in some random storage file that other people can get into. It's literally like I sent it directly to one individual, and yet everyone else in the world saw it. Right. At that point, you're like, look, if you're gonna take a nude photo, keep it on your phone. You really want to show somebody like in person, show it to them, or just get naked from them.
Didn't they make a movie like that? They made a movie like that.
What movie was this?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know the name of it. They made a movie where what's the girl that played in oh God, I'm so horrible with names. I don't remember. Cameron Diaz, I believe. And she was like, I believe it, don't get me twisted, I'm just saying, I think it was her, but she was like sending an email to her boyfriend or whatever, like a new one, and it went viral. Or it was like a sexting. It was a movie.
Yeah. There's like the married couple or whatever it was.
Sex tape, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is like stuff that really actually happens, and they're like actually just like saying, okay, well, we're gonna make a movie out of it. I think it actually started from the girl that we were just talking about, or the lady, excuse me.
Well, no, but Vanessa Hudgens was the first one, but I mean that was one that went really big that shouldn't have it, and kind of pretty much killed her career for a while, and then she ended up having to do a crappy movie, like Spring Break or some nonsense. Honestly, she was supposed to be the High School Musical queen, and then the one girl who never really went anywhere wrong, because Selena Gomez messed up with Justin Bieber.
Right.
Yeah, Demi Lovato go through her alcoholism. Miley Cyrus as well. Miley Cyrus. So they had their hope of Vanessa Hudgens, and she got caught with some nude photos sent to her boyfriend. So they just can't do anything right.
Right. Listen,
child stars have it rough.
You know what I be wondering sometimes? Like, do they purposely do that?
Of course they do.
For the publicity?
Of course they do. I mean, think about it. The only person who's famous for their sex stuff and didn't want it to happen is Kim Kardashian.
Right.
That was all her mom's fault.
She piggybacked on that completely.
Well, I mean, look, if your mom's doing this to get you famous, and now you're freaking famous, it's like, well, now she made a way to market it. Like, the only issue is that, like, she's literally an inspiration to all these women for being a hoe.
Right. Well, I mean, the way how the industry is pretty much going.
See, but the other thing is that they're not supposed to be famous for being a hoe. They're just supposed to be hoes that are famous.
Right.
But she's famous for being a hoe, and other girls are just like, I want to get famous too, just like her. Well, then just like her is on your back or on your stomach or your legs in the air.
Yeah, just doggy style.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, some funny stuff in the news. On a better note, the one thing that's been positive in the city recently is that they're saying there are more jobs now, but it's in transportation. So MTA stuff, Accessoride, things like that.
Right.
So a little piece of information, anyone that's literally looking for work, anyone who's trying to figure out what to do, get your driver's license and try and get an MTA job. And if not, Uber is big. Uber is big. I mean, everybody's driving around their own cars. So
Uber driver.
The driver's license seems to be the most popular thing to use to get a job. And if not, MTA is hiring, so learn a trade. If nothing else, you don't want to go all the way to college, then go to a trade school, learn some sort of electrical or mechanical. Because the jobs are now here with all this construction being done in the state.
I mean, technically, all you have to do is just pass the test. I don't think they really even.
No. It depends on what test you're passing. Like
okay.
They're welders positions. So there's certain ones where you have to have experience and certifications, and there are other ones where it's just like, you want to be a conductor? We can train you how to do that.
Right.
So and those joints are paying $40,000-$50,000 a year. So
yeah, you're absolutely right.
a little bit of positive news there.
Yes.
Also, NASCAR is getting sued for being racist. Which I think is kind of like, who does this? Like, of course NASCAR is racist. Like, and
right?
the hell, who cares? They're like, they're not letting black drivers and black companies sponsor and this. I'm like,
but
it's for rednecks. Right. Like, their biggest fans are rednecks. They don't want black people.
All the crash cars and all that. Why would you want to do that anyway?
In all honesty, you don't really hear about too many black athletes in extreme sports, right?
Right.
And the ones you do hear about are the ones that are excelling at them because, I mean, well, we're good at everything. But the mere fact that there's so few of us doing them because they are very dangerous. And I like to say that we're not crazy enough to do it.
Right. Yeah, we think twice.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that looks so cool. I'm going to watch everybody else do that.
Right, let me see. Yeah. And compared to, I don't want to sound racist, but, they just like, yeah, dude, let's do this.
They seek the thrills. For us, a thrill is making it through a day without getting shot by the cops, all right? So, there you go. We don't need motorcycles. We don't need waves. We good. We
walk out our door and be like...
You try to make it home at night in the hood.
Yes.
You want a thrill. Walk through Southside Chicago, right? we don't need that snowboarding nonsense.
You talk about it. You ain't never lied, though. That's true. You want a thrill, go to Chicago.
You're right. Like, there's so many other ways that,
That is Chirac. Oh, my goodness.
And then, I said that I would talk a bit about it. There are a couple of photos on the Facebook page we'll reviews. I entered the dumpling eating contest that was in Chinatown last Saturday.
You?
Of course.
You're going to eat how many dumplings?
No, I entered it.
Okay.
You had 2 minutes to stuff your face full of dumplings, and I got like 27.
Down your, and you, like...
In 2 minutes, yeah. 120 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
That's nothing. So the guy who ended up winning, he had 89.
No.
89 in 2 minutes. You should see the coolest part about it is that you go there, a bunch of random people are just like, yeah, I saw this in the paper, this whatever. Then this one guy comes, oh yeah, that's last year's champion. Like, oh, we're about to get smacked. Then all of his friends show up and they're just like, oh, I haven't seen you since the competition. You just see since the competition. What the hell?
Right.
So now all these people come and just like, damn it, there's no place for third.
Oh my goodness.
And you're just like, all right, I'm just getting like a nice meal out of this, get to take home some extra dumplings.
Right.
At that point, you've already conceded the fact that you're not going to win this. So
but
you get to enjoy it.
Right.
Exactly. You get to stuff your face and make the crowd cheer. So it was fun. He had 89, and all these guys literally they like poured the water into the bowls, and they're just like, it was hilarious. It was amazing.
Was it was boiled or was like fried?
It was okay. So I'm thinking this is gonna be like the Chinatown dumplings, right?
Right.
Like, little thin layered dough, the mushy look like a pot sticker. This joint was like the hood dumplings, but longer and a little less like sticky and thick. Like I was just like, this is a long hood dumpling, and it wasn't even pork. It was chicken. It was chicken and cabbage. I guess, in case any air.
Right, yeah,
whatever.
right.
But still, I'm like, that's not what I want. I've never seen a black person walk into a Chinese restaurant and
ask for a chicken
give me a chicken dumpling.
Right.
Not even Jamaican folk. They want chicken everything, all right? Exactly, right? I've been to places where they don't tell you it's pork because they realize people won't buy pork, so they go meat dumpling.
Oh, right, exactly.
And then you don't even feel bad if you find out that it's like rat. Not even like it's not even pork, but it's just it's meat. So you're like, it's whatever it is. It tastes like a dumpling.
So how did it taste?
It wasn't
for the first
bad.
time eating it. Okay,
it wasn't bad. But I mean, like the thing about chicken that's nice is that chicken can have a multitude of flavors. So in this particular case, it was like a light thing.
Okay, so that wasn't okay.
So, perfect for eating the dumpling contest. But
27.
Not 27. Yeah, nothing.
Oh, my stomach would have went. I probably would have went to 2. Like, all right.
In all honesty,
they'd be like, "Bitch, you got to keep eating." No.
In all honesty, though, like after you eat it, you're really more like you're tired of eating, but you're not full. Because my mouth was just like, yeah, I just chewed too damn much right now. But my stomach was just like, so you gonna take home the extras, right?
Oh my goodness.
But no, and then the most impressive part about it, right? They look like they're going viciously at this food, and he got 89, right? And then there was a couple of high 60s, some 70s. But then the ladies come up, right? Last year's champion, 93 dumplings, was a lady. This year, she comes back. This lady is 90 pounds. Like, she looks like she's 90 pounds. Has a bunch of earrings in her ears. Super chill. We were talking about it. We were even trying to so how do you do this? Like, can you let us know?
Right, give me some tips.
Exactly, right? And she was willing to tell us because she knew we couldn't do it anyway. And she gets in front of the thing, puts the water in the bowls, make her little dumpling.
Okay, right.
Squats down, and then you just hear and goes 115 and 120 seconds. The only reason she didn't get more is because she had to stop with the extra bowls to pour the water in.
Oh my
This chick
goodness.
just demolished it. It was so cool. All the guys, they look like they're eating a lot. They have it all over their face, on their shirt. They're munching it down. They look like they're trying to kill these dumplings.
Right.
This girl did it so smooth, just slurped it up like it was water. It was impressive.
We want to know something?
So she swallows.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. In fact, that's what she said. Because I said, so how is it that you actually kill these dumplings? She goes, oh, they're just so smooth and thin. You can just swallow them whole.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, she does swallow.
Yeah, well, her swallowing game is on point. Sorry. But you want to know, I was going to say, I think it's where you position yourself at as far as your stomach to be able to take more food.
It's not even that. I mean, one, she's a competitive eater, right? She travels around. She just won $2,000 at this competition. Came from California, arrived the morning of, that sort of thing. But the difference between 115 and 93 was her like this, and then this year, there's all that space right there. Everything that these guys do as competitive eaters is really more technique than anything else.
It is.
And I mean, a lot of people make fun of it, whatever it is. I think it's impressive that these dudes can do what they do because, a lot of people look at me like, you can eat. And I mean, yeah, I like food. But these guys can eat. Really eat. It's nothing. I think, you know what? I think I would have done better if it was an all-you-can-eat dumpling thing and you had as much time as needed. And,
right. Well, of course, I mean, to tell you the truth, I think anybody would really eat as much at an all-you-can-eat.
It would probably do, it would take me 3 hours to get to where she was at, maybe, but...
That's what I'm saying.
But I think I probably could have... I could have closer in number if I had more time.
I don't even think I'm telling you, I don't care if it was 3 hours. I probably went through 2 and been done. All right, I'm done. I can't. I'm serious. I'm not eating no more.
You never had more than 2 dumplings in your life?
I'm not a dumpling person. I know. Don't judge me. I'm not a dumpling person.
Pork, not chicken.
I've had it. I mean,
fried
my ex-husband is Jamaican. He's from the Caribbean, and
that's a different kind of dumpling.
Right, that's the kind of dumpling now.
No, the hard dough dumpling is not. No,
I've had. I have had the dumplings from the Chinese restaurant fried. I've never had them boiled, steamed. I've had them fried before because my son loves them. But it's not something I would order on my own. No.
Well, like many people know, you come here on a Thursday, you have your choice of fried or steamed dumplings. So if you want to grab some grub, 6 o'clock.
I'm a fried fanatic. I mean fanatic. I like fried food. I'm not even gonna lie. I am a fried food person. You trying to say no?
I like fried food
too. I mean, right, exactly. But yeah, that's me. I like fried food. I don't even think if you put me in front of a bowl of and told me in 2 minutes to eat 100-something pieces of chicken, I think I still won't even do that. My stomach is not that big. I'm not. Sorry. So kudos to you for eating 27. I commend you.
I'm definitely gonna re-enter next year because it was just fun. I'm gonna see if I can just beat my own score. I told everybody I'm going to be a fat ass. I'm not even going to try and get anything. But you get there. When I got there, the people that were there, you're like, all right, they're average Joes. I got a shot.
Right.
No. As soon as I saw that guy walk in, I'm like, he's back. All right, maybe 2 of us have a shot. And then they just kept coming. Yeah. But yeah, you're going to see the photos. They're on Facebook. Some of them are upside down. I don't know why. Every time I upload things now, my thing flips them upside down. But, turn your phone upside down. It's the same picture.
Right. Exactly.
And I will be posting a special one on Instagram because someone who came out of absolutely nowhere. She placed 3rd last year, but she's not one of the competitive eaters. Actually made it placed in this year's second place, and so I wanted to put her on my Instagram as the special winner. She came in second, but it's nice to see somebody who just came like, I like dumplings, I'm gonna eat them.
Right,
so,
right. That's true. It's an ordinary person, right?
That's PRONEFITORSHCO, and I will put my Instagram on my Facebook page for Will's Review, just because nobody ever can spell it. Even after I say it, they're just like, "What was that? That was like 13 letters." I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm born on the 13th." But that's long.
It is pretty long. It is long.
Well, if I say Pranifitashiko, you can't even.
But I mean, even when I be on my Instagram, I'll be like, "Dang, that's why that."
Well, that's why my nickname is Pro. All right, and just leave it at that.
Pro,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, so we're gonna go to another commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit about the nonsense that happened Monday night, and see. This is going to be great.
Yeah. Surprise to me.
And we'll be back with some movie reviews too. So, Danny, again, can you hit us with some teens, por favor?
No faith in ground. Where are we traveling now? Why people living in sound? Like from a sweet melody, them soul is flowing now, yeah. And nothing hold we down. When we dance on the street, do it sweet, then you see it, say everyone bow, yeah. When we dance on the street, everyone move your feet until it's sun.
So we're back. So you seem like, what the hell happened Monday, right?
Yes, you see my surprise. Like, okay, I'm waiting for it.
All right. So what's the one thing I said we would get back to in a few minutes?
These
things. You're just like, oh snap! He said something. What was it?
Oh, my memory is horrible.
Voting.
Oh, right. Okay, we did say about the voting situation.
Right.
But there wasn't it the debate that just passed?
On Monday.
And Trump lost, right? Am I correct?
I wouldn't say that.
I heard he lost.
A lot of people say he lost because at the ending of it, he pretty much got smacked because Hillary called him out and was just like, he's criticizing everything I've ever done, right? Same thing with Obama, everything he ever done. But he keeps saying he could do things, but never could tell you how.
Right.
And the crowd was just like, oh. And he was just like, this is not fair. That was at the end, though. Most of the debate, he brought out a lot of points about how half-assed a lot of her solutions were to a lot of these things, although not realizing that when you make a treaty or when you try to get people to do stuff, you kind of have to give and take.
Right.
But he made a lot of viable points about how things work, where it's just like, why are we defending 27 other countries and we're paying 73% of the cost? It's like one of those, why are we 90% of the military for the UN, but yet there are 170 other nations a part of it? These little things that, if you think about it, it does make sense. Not enough for someone to be president, but it still makes sense.
Right. I mean, I think that at this point, he's trying. Everybody says, Trump is this, Trump is that, and I'm not Trump all the way. I'm looking at it, as objectively. And I'm saying to myself, like, of course he's going to try every which way to get the attention of everybody else, because I've seen so many different things float on. You see so many different things, float on social media with him, with Hillary. So I think that he's in some ways have good points. I think some ways she has good points. Again, I don't think it's enough for him to be president. I don't even know if it's enough for her to be president.
I would strongly disagree with her being president.
I don't know. Like I said, your vote is your voice.
I feel like America just kind of screwed itself over with both of these candidates. Yeah. I mean, literally, I haven't laughed this hard since the 2004 debates between John Kerry and George W. Bush.
Right, remember that?
That was hilarious. I was forced to watch them for school. I'm like, I wasn't this 12-year-old super nerd. You know, you had to. I mean, I was a geek, but I wasn't a nerd. And I had to watch these things. And you know what? It was probably one of the few times I was happy I was forced to do something that I didn't want to do.
Right.
Because they were just so stupid. stupid, and you couldn't help but laugh at like some of the cheap shots they were trying to take at each other and all the silly things they were saying. And this Monday was a mess because these guys are literally, half the time I felt like they weren't talking politics, or if they were pretty much talking about the same thing over and over
right.
again, while they just found different ways to insult each other. And I expect this from Trump, but then for other people to just like, yeah, she just had to get down to his level. I'm like, you want to talk about how much of a presidential candidate she is, right? No,
right.
You don't ever stoop down. The bluntness of her remark towards the ending of the debate is being blunt and it's being factual. It's not stooping down to his level. It's not that she went and goes, yeah, and then his hairpiece is stupid. Which, again, would be blunt and factual, but that's a Donald Trump kind of fact.
Right,
you don't
right.
It's like when he called Rosie O'Donnell fat. Duh, but.
Right. So you want to know my favorite line? I say to myself, like, as a queen, you don't never step down to a peasant's level. Like, I just personally feel like that. So for you to, like, really step off your throne to go down to, you know what I'm saying? That's what you basically did. Like, you stepped to a level that was not even you. So it makes you just look like why? That looks slow.
But the thing about it is, and I think Trump got me rolling with this one because he was just like, he started talking about inner city problems and whatever. Like, Trump really, I know he's from New York, but like, does he really know inner city problems?
Right.
And he's going on about this stuff and he says, and then I was in Detroit and I was in Compton and I was here and here and here. And then you can look it up because every time Trump says something, he goes, you can look it up. And when you look it up, it's never what he says.
Right.
But, you know, at least he puts that out there, right? And he says that and then he goes, but you weren't out there, right? You were just doing you. And Hillary goes, yeah, I was prepping for this debate. And in that moment, right, people were just like, oh yeah, she was getting ready for this. And at that moment I said, wait a second. You took the time to prep for a debate with Donald Trump. In that moment, I say Hillary lost.
Right.
She admitted she had to get ready for this.
Right.
And for the first half of the debate, she's backed into a corner. The second half, she comes out with some nice quirks, but you admitted that you actually had to waste your time to debate someone who spends their entire time lying. If Hillary did no prep, right? No prep, just spat facts of what she does, never even said a word about Trump. And all this shit that he was spouting about during this entire thing got fact-checked. Hillary would have hands down won this debate, but she admitted to actually preparing for this?
So again, that's going towards stooping to his level.
No, that's not. That's what you're supposed to do. Prepare for a debate,
but why
not
with
for
him?
A buffoon.
But that's what I'm saying. So we already know that his his mental is not really there, and all Donald Trump do is 90% of the time is lie or just interrogate, just be like aggressive with it. You prepared for that?
You prepared to wrestle around with idiots. If you have to prepare to wrestle around with idiots, and I don't mean like just meditate. Just get yourself in a Zen mode because it's about to get you to up there. Like, that's different. But you research to deal with Trump. I'm not sure how you're going to deal with actual intelligent individuals from other nations. That's me. I know a lot of people are going to be looking at me like, "Are you crazy? Do you really want Trump as president?" I didn't say I want Trump as president. I'm just saying I don't want Hillary. It's like when Stewie said, it's not like I want Lois dead. I just don't want her to be alive anymore.
So it's a sticky situation because it's like yay or nay.
So in this moment, right? Because you're like, well, if you don't want Trump and you don't want Hillary, who do you want? I wanted Sanders, but since that we know that's not going down,
right?
I would like to nominate a write-in vote. And screw the U.S. laws that say that you have to vote an American, because if America is a country full of immigrants, then no one's really from here. When's the last time we had a Native American or indigenous person as president? Never.
Right.
So,
exactly.
I say we should all write in Greg Popovich, coach of the San Antonio Spurs, as president of this country. I love that face because this is actually the first person who looked at me like I'm crazy saying this. And I've said this a bunch the last 2-3 weeks. And everybody's just like, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Look about it. This is a man who deals with multiple ethnicities from around the world to unify them in one common goal.
You see, I gotta be my thought.
He uses a system to work things efficiently. When it's not working, he changes the system. And there are a bunch of different systems in this country that need some change. There's a bunch of different people who need to start working together. And this is a man that can do it. And then the best part about it is he's a celebrity. Right? People listen to celebrities for no damn reason. That's why we even have Trump running for president in the first place. So,
you have a point.
People, you may find me crazy. You may find it asinine. But you are also the same people who allowed Trump and Hillary to run for president. So listen to me for this one moment. Please write in Greg Popovich as president of the United States. If he turns it down, that's a different story. But we need to at least let the country know we're not completely crazy voting for a liar and a criminal for our president.
Right. You're absolutely right. I'm not even going to argue with that. I mean, I need to be more convincing with him because I heard of him. I just don't really know too much details. And what you're saying makes a lot of sense, but still, I can't eat the cake. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But then I throw this question at you. Who's your pick?
I don't have
Exactly.
one.
Greg Popovich. You, as Trump would say, you have nothing to lose.
You got me. I'm not going to say I don't have one.
Everybody's like, yeah, screw all these people. Who's your solution? I came up with one at least, all right?
Right.
So for all those who don't have to, shut the hell up and just do what I'm telling you. Go Greg Popovich.
Oh my goodness.
And on that note, I'm going to switch tones. And we're going to do Will's review for movies.
Okay.
So this last weekend, I figured, I'm going to watch something that has been done before, but is being renewed. And, anything Denzel's in, people are going to go watch.
Right.
So,
Denzel rocks.
Exactly my point. That's what everyone says. Not me, but that's what everyone says. He's had his performances, don't get me wrong. But I'm not convinced. I think it's probably because his mouth bothers me.
Oh my goodness!
I literally look at his face and this kind of crooked, and I'm not even getting into it.
Oh my goodness!
His face is just awkward to me. But
he's a great actor.
He's all right.
He's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He won his Oscar.
He did
for not even his best movie, but if you're gonna give it to him, it should have been Philadelphia, if you ask me. But,
right, that was a really good movie.
But yeah, so I watched Magnificent Seven, and it's a remake of an old Western. I'm going to just go with the rating, 3.5 stars out of 5. All right. This movie is just too long. Like a Western, all Westerns are long movies, and we know that. But this is supposed to be a remake, right? A revamping of it. They took out a lot of the corny cheesiness, like the countdown of who's in the 7,
right.
and when they pick people, all that other stuff. So why not just cut it down? Just even a half hour. This is a 2.5-hour movie.
That's how long it is?
It's a long-ass movie.
They don't even make movies that long anymore.
It's a Western, right? But the whole thing about it is that, if this movie was a little bit shorter, because they spent time, you have 7 different characters that you have to get to know a little bit, right? And some of the characters they do in 2 seconds, okay, Native American guy, kind of kicked out of his tribe, doing his own thing. He's like, I'll just help you just because you speak my language and, you're black. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll accept it, whatever. You have this other guy who's known for killing natives on the team, and they pick him up, and then he comes out of nowhere killing people, and just they tried to kill me. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I would have given this movie a 4 stars if it wasn't for this big fat guy they pick up, the scalper, because his voice was just so annoying. It's I don't even know how to describe it. It's like when someone smokes in helium, they're just.
Oh my!
But this man is 300 pounds. So it doesn't look right. It's annoying to the ears. He had very quippy things to say, but the fact is they had him talking in the first place. Of all the characters to be freaking silent, it should have been him.
Oh my goodness!
So 3.5 stars out of 5. But in all honesty,
Denzel movie
is
surprising.
But no. But it's a fun movie to watch. You're going to be entertained, and like I said, it's so long that there are moments that drag out. Denzel's character is probably the only fully developed character throughout the movie. And you have Chris Pratt probably stole the show for me. He's the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
And he's the one that I really want to go see it because of him. I was like, Chris Pratt, I love Chris Pratt. This dude's hilarious. And he's hilarious throughout the movie. The best part about the movie is that he's more than just funny. And he gets the cool moments. And you have Denzel with the cool moments. And everybody has their time to shine. Even Ethan Hawke was really good in this. So there's a lot of good in this movie. You're not going to feel like you wasted your time going to see it or torrent it or however you watch your movies.
It just was too long.
It's just a really long movie. This might be one that you want to torrent just so that you can put it on pause, go to the bathroom break, and not miss anything. Okay. But I say go see it in the theaters because a Western is really more enjoyable on a wider screen. And this one's in color. And there's a lot of action. You don't want to miss anything. So I'd say go to the theater, watch this. 3 out of 5. I know most people don't like to see things opening weekend because it's crowded.
Yeah, I'm not a weekend person either.
Which is why I do it like this. So go see this movie this weekend. It won't be as crowded. I promise.
I don't like people. Like, not in that type of way, but like if I'm like crowded in an area, I'm so claustrophobic. Like, oh my God, I gotta get away from everybody. So if I'm in a movie theater and it's like really packed in there, I would be so upset. Like, so I would have to do a good weekday, preferably like a Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Never Tuesday. Tuesdays are crowded.
Well, then a Wednesday or Thursday where it's just not crowded.
But Tuesdays are cheap.
Well, they do have the what is it, like the $8 Tuesdays?
Yeah. So is it worth
But the
it?
people should be at work. They shouldn't be in a movie theater.
This is New York, all right? There's always a way to get out of work in this city.
Right.
And that's if you're working, besides, people who just find their way to $7 just on that day. Hey, Danny, can you pull up my Instagram pick of the week, por favor? So I like to do an Instagram pick of the week, and normally I pick something that I find on a page that they crack me.
Is
up.
it X-rated?
No.
Okay,
not this week. Although it's one of those Arthur memes that have been going around recently.
Okay.
So it reads, when you thought y'all broke up, but you come home and she says, your mom let me in, and it's DW laying on his bed. Because for some reason, in all these Arthur memes, Arthur and DW, who are brother and sister, are in this really long relationship.
Right.
All right. And this one comes from Blue Kinks on Instagram, so check her page out. She has a lot of funny memes. I'd like to just throw that out there. Shoot out these people who just you're like, hey, well, look at this. I'm like, oh, really? All right, cool. And I'm just throw it on my show real quick. So if you want, you should start tagging me on some of your funnier meme photos.
That as a female, that was funny.
Have you done that? Oh,
I am guilty because I don't know. I'm so lovable. Like, so I'm like, no, it's not.
Y'all broke up, but you in this crib?
No, because it's like, I don't care if you feel like we broke up. We didn't break up. Like, you want your space, go in the room. We didn't break up. And your mother knows that we didn't break up. So if I come in like, hey, mom, she's like, hey, oh, he's not here. Oh, it's okay.
Mom, never do that.
No, but
never do that.
It depends on the situation. Like, as the way how the generation is nowadays, they break up for the littlest thing. Like, oh my God, you're not wearing the color I want you to wear. We're broken up. Like, it's crazy how relationships are nowadays. But it has to be something really severe for me to be like, I'm not doing this no more. Like, I'm a trooper. Like, I'm a ride or die. I'm not even gonna lie. But like I said again, it has to be a situation where I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. So that meme, it depends on what it is. If it's something silly, I'm not.
You acting like I don't know you. You say that when something serious goes down, and a week later you back together.
Oh
so,
my goodness!
As I said before,
no.
Look at the picture. Stalker. All right. And before the show ends, I want to throw out this Friday.
Okay.
Right. Is the premiere on Netflix for Luke Cage. So Luke Cage is one of the few black superheroes who's getting any light shown on him these days. And I want everyone out there to at least watch an episode of this.
Friday, what time?
Friday, I think at midnight. It's released on Netflix. So all the episodes of the first season, because Netflix is all about binge watching. So check it out. Netflix, Friday, September 30th. And if you like to sing, getting people together for karaoke on Friday.
I'm good in the shower. Like, I think I'll be like on America's Top Model. On American Idol. Excuse me. But I could be on there too.
Feeling herself.
In the shower, like, I'm awesome. Like, when the music is playing.
When you can't hear yourself at all?
You ever seen the it's like a little thing on Facebook where it's like they singing Beyonce, and then next it goes to like a what is it, a camel or something like that, and it's singing and it sounds horrible.
Oh yeah. No, see, this is what I'm talking about. You got to see what happened the last time we did karaoke. Because I said if you like to sing. I didn't say you had to be good at it. Check out, go to the Will's Review page on Facebook. You'll see some of what happened the last time we did karaoke. And if you'd like to come, shoot me a message. All right. This has been Will's Review. I'm your host, Will D. This is Shaquana. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And we will see you guys next Wednesday.
Yes.
Tune in tomorrow for Team View, the LDM Show, and the R&R right here on Nightline.com. Danny, take us out.